sometime this October. Don't have a specific release date yet, but we're also doing a series, like a roadshow series of screenings between now and October.
Cool.
So the first one was last night at Comic-Con. It was 4,400 people. The next one will be at Fantasia Fest in Montreal. That's August. When is that? Oh no, it's in 2 days. Sorry. And then we're doing Fantastic Fest in Austin, which will be, I think, last week of September, first week of October. Okay, cool. Fright Fest in London on August 29th. Toronto After Dark, and that date escapes me. But we're doing a series of screenings across North America, the UK, Germany, and Mexico. Yeah, I grew up with Edward Gorey, Tim Burton, Charles Addams, Dr. Seuss. Even Charlie Brown and the Peanuts was actually a big influence growing up. But they all kind of play in this morbidly funny playground together. Yeah. And so Season's Greetings was ultimately influenced by that. And then the character from Season's Greetings, named Sam, the trick-or-treater, kind of kept popping up in doodles and sketches that I was doing over the years. Yeah. And then ultimately kind of crafted this horror anthology film around him. Well, he was unnamed for Season's Greetings. Okay. And then in the back of my head, I thought, oh, Sam would be a cool name. But, you know, didn't really christen it until Trick or Treat. Evil Dead, Tales from the Crypt, Creep Show, Poltergeist, Nightmare on Elm Street. A lot of these horror films, which were a little tongue-in-cheek. You know, they never took themselves too seriously.
They were fun. It was all about
the fun. They were fun, you know, and they could still be gory. They could still be violent, but they had these lighter moments mixed in with all the terror that kind of made them stand out. I know it's like it's a huge point of debate amongst horror fans as to whether, you know, remakes are pure evil and must be avoided, and I think it's easy to slip into that mindset, but I actually try not to subscribe to it, because in my mind, you know, the remakes of Freddy and Jason and Leatherface, and I imagine Chucky will be next, they're kind of our Gilman, our Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula. The reason those legends and those icons have existed for as long as they have is because their stories kept getting retold. You know, you think about how many times Dracula has been put on screen, whether it's an interpretation of the original novel or if it's just Dracula in some new wacky adventure. That character persists because he gets passed on from one generation of filmmakers to another. So I think it's, on one hand, it's good that we're seeing these icons get introduced to a new generation. Otherwise, they probably would get forgotten and lost.
Collecting dust on whatever shelf.
Right. Now, on the other hand, I do think that if you're going to do a remake, then for God's sakes, do an original. You know, you can't keep chopping down the trees. You got to plant new ones too. Yeah. I actually hope that Kevin Williamson genuinely pokes at the remakes. Like they're probably going to be. I mean, knowing him, he'll probably.
The tagline will be "Somebody's taking the love of remakes too seriously."
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's like knowing him, he'll probably make it about you know, someone's trying to do a remake of Scream, and of course, things go wrong from there. It's gotten smaller, quieter. You know, it's. I mean, it's so easy to walk the floor these days.
It's a more intimate setting.
Like, I would just strap some rollerblades and just roll around the floor, and my God, I mean, it's like, are you kidding? It's exploded. Some things are better, some things are worse, but you always end up having a good time.
Do you have a favorite year? Most memorable? Besides the one where you unleashed your
That was a good one.
Your movie.
This was a good year.
This is a special year.
They're all really cool for different reasons, I find. You know,
because there's always one huge event people are dying to.
Well, I think, for me, it's about the people that I run into, people that I haven't seen in years, people that you live in LA with, but you never get to spend any time with. So it's more about those random, fun moments that happen after all the panels and after the screenings and after you're done roaming the floor, and either hanging out with old friends or making new ones.
Yeah, totally.
Well, I want to to see District 9, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make it through that line down.
It's like a...
Yeah, I've heard nothing but amazing things. They screened it last night, and people have just been yammering about it all day long. And it looks great. It looks like an original, hardcore sci-fi movie.
Yeah.